Today's adventure begins by me looking at the, I guess you would call those swings, very tall swings here on an attraction I've never been on. I probably never will go on because that is way up there. Guests are 300 plus feet above International Drive. As a recording of this, it is Monday, January 9th, already well into the new year, 2023. I think I've finally gotten over the fact that I'm not saying 22 anymore, so 2023. This is one of the few attractions still open currently at this moment here at Icon Park. In fact, I believe it was New Year's Eve that the big Orlando Eye, formerly the Orlando Eye, now the Wheel at Icon Park, was shut down and over 60 people were evac'd. And they were stuck up there on New Year's Eve. And I'm gonna just go check it out and see kind of what they're doing to it. It's still, check the website, closed for maintenance. Welcome everyone, TheDailyWoo here. This is definitely an attraction that I have been up in maybe 30, 40 times. There was even a time years ago that I had an annual pass to go on there back when it wasn't Icon Park, when it was just the Orlando Eye. But right now, don't know if it's gonna reopen, just like the drop ride has been closed for a while. Things aren't going too well for this property. I'm just gonna walk around, peruse around, and just kind of see what I can see. Join me, shall you? It was pretty wild with the kind of silhouetted out. I was noticing on the intro there, my face was silhouetted out because the sun is on the opposite side of this. This is a slow moving attraction. I think it takes probably about 15 minutes to go fully around. You can see it's not completely moving. My intention originally was to show up here today and go on it and ride it. And it's kind of weird, if you would have been on this on New Year's Eve, I believe they did get everyone off before the stroke of midnight, but you would have been stuck on this for a long, long time. Which also kind of makes me think, what would happen if you were to get stuck on the Skyliner? You know, if the Skyliner broke down at Disney World, going from the resorts over to Epcot or over to Studios, you would have to kind of get evac that way as well. But I was saying, definitely a stroke of bad luck this year for this park. You can see on the back side of this, we're on the front side, I'm on the back side, but on the back side of this is the drop tower, which I do not think will ever reopen. It was only open for like a week or two, and then someone fell out of it, and they have not reopened since, and probably will not reopen. So I'm curious to see if it's just a maintenance issue and if the wheel itself here at Icon Park will reopen. Time will tell. I mean, dismantling this thing, yeah, that would be quite a project. Now, the guests that were stuck up on there, they had to have the fire department climb up the side of the ladders, which would have been kind of interesting. I always think about when you're up in there, are you in there with other guests? Because if you're there by yourself, I guess it wouldn't be too big of an issue, you know, if you had to use the facilities or something, like in a cup or something like that. Because I don't know what you do when you're up there. If you had to go to the bathroom, if you've been up there for a couple of hours. But if you're with a bunch of strangers, it might be kind of a weird vibe up there. Obviously, no one was hurt in the experience, and they ended up getting lifted down by some of the fire department lifts that they had, and then eventually they got this thing running again, and then went back down to ground level. So everyone, thankfully, was okay. There's also a slingshot over here that they built, but I don't even know if the slingshot has been operational since the drop tower closed. Everything here was going to be the largest and biggest. So as far as like the biggest, tallest slingshot, tallest drop ride, the swings, which are still operational, and the wheel, all 300 feet plus tall. But the drop ride, like I said, it only worked for about a week or so, and a lot of people do not want it to reopen, so I kind of highly doubt. You can see up at the top is the top portion of the ride vehicle from the drop ride. It's kind of similar to what they have at Universal Studios and other theme parks like Tower of Terror's. Nowhere near that high, but you know, a different setup with Tower of Terror, obviously. That looks like some sort of a volcano theming there as well. You can see they got the fences up. All of this is blocked off and have been for a while. They got the fencing all around the top of here. They got the sandbags kind of holding it in. In fact, it was kind of interesting, as a few years ago when they were building this, in some of my vlogs I was doing then, I would show them over here kind of like jackhammering these pylons into there. So I was like, wow, this is really going to be something else. And now it's open for a short while and then closed down. In fact, I don't know if the slingshot itself ever was open. I don't know if anyone's ever been on the slingshot, if that was going to be something that grand opened after the fact when the drop ride closed as well. In a way, this is like kind of getting around it's a theme park in its own, but it's not a theme park. So it's not like you have to pay admission. The whole thing is free. You have to pay for each individual attraction. So you got the wheel closed, you got the drop ride here completely closed, and you got the slingshot, which I don't even know if it's ever been open or not before. Just the only thing I can think of that's open would be the Wax Museum, Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. There's a little small, well, there's a couple restaurants, but then there's like a small aquarium over there. And then earlier when I walked up, the swings are still currently open for now. But see, swings are the same height as this and the same height as this. One thing I was noticing about inside, the gift shop was even open. So when you kind of walked in, they had the ticket booth, and there wasn't hardly anybody in here buying tickets, even though they did have, you know, some of the stuff inside, like the snack bar area and the aquarium, and even Madame Tussauds was open in there, but the ticket booth was pretty empty. The two employees really weren't ringing anybody up. And then the gift shop, there was actually a gift shop that is open, and for whatever reason, it's open even though you can't go on the wheel itself. There was nobody except me in the gift shop itself. But they have some kind of nice souvenirs in here, even some new merchandise since the last time I was in here, which kind of leads me to believe that they are probably going to reopen. In fact, I asked one of the employees, I said, once they get the word, it will reopen. It's just, they don't know when that will be. So even the employees don't know, according to them. I always had my reservations, well, not reservations, so like booked to go on, my reservations that I just wasn't comfortable going on this. And now after what's happened on the last couple attractions, I don't know if I'll ever go on this. So it goes to the top and then comes all the way down. I think for a while you were allowed to film on there with a GoPro, but I think now you can't even film on there with a GoPro. So if I can't film it, why would I like have the living wits scared out of me on there if I couldn't document it? As I'm looking at it from this angle, I'm just thinking of being stuck all the way on top. I mean, you get a pretty scenic view from up there. Like I said, I've been on this thing probably at least a dozen or more times, probably 20 times, you know, over the course of it being here. Probably one of the tallest items on iDrive. You can see all the way to downtown Orlando. Look at the clouds kind of moving in slowly, kind of creeping into the wheel itself. You can see Universal, because Universal's not too far from right here. You can also see Disney, you can see the Convention Center. You can see kind of Epic Universe, the construction doing an Epic Universe for Universal, and all that as well. But I wonder what the people that got stuck up there for that amount of time, what do they get? Do they get like a lifetime pass to come back on it? Or do they get some other kind of compensation? I want to know, I'm kind of curious. And I'm going to go on this once it reopens. I don't know if I'll be here the first one in line, but I really like going up on this thing. All right, let's see what else I can find on iDrive. There's no one in there now. Yeah, there's no one in there now. No, but there were people up in there. And they probably thought originally when it stopped, they're probably like, oh, it's only going to stop for a couple of minutes. And then it was like, time went by. And from what I was kind of reading some news articles and seeing some news clips, the fire department pretty much went up there to kind of like ease their thoughts a little bit. Just let everyone know it would be okay, because the fire department and those on the ground, they couldn't see into the pods because it's at night, and because the windows are tinted, they had to climb up the side and climb up there and just let them know everything would be all right. And it was. Everything was fine. But just, you know, you got to be patient when you're up there, I guess. So if you ever go on this, you have to think. I'm going to start thinking that about any ride I go on from now on, especially the Skyliner, because these look a lot like the Skyliner pods at Walt Disney World. I've mentioned that twice just because that's what's fresh in my head. All right, moved up just a little bit next to where the Bloodhound Brew Pub and Eatery is. Bargain Planet, which does not have a marquee filled with anything, but is open. One of my favorite little unique spots here on iDrive, where it has the alien over there and the spaceship, the UFO. And I am happy to report that there is a new attraction coming over here in front of this Ramada. This has been a series of different things over the years. In fact, a long time ago, there used to be a little sculpture of Michael Jordan over here with the basketball on bended knee down over here. Michael Jordan with his leg down, he had the basketball. It was changed into something else. It became quite a few different things over the years, and now that sculpture that was Michael Jordan is now gone, and now there is a robot that is being placed over here. Now there's now a robot attraction of some sort that is coming to iDrive. I do not know what this is, but I drove by and I thought, what the heck, there is a robot out in front of this place, and it looks like they're painting it right now. I'm actually witnessing this being placed here in real time after the new year. Now this is like the same artist, I believe, or the same sculpture that made the Michael Jordan with the basketball, made this soccer player. Which is down a few blocks, probably a half a mile from that last place. So just imagine one similar to this holding a basketball that was in the form of Michael Jordan. I don't know what they did with it, but this one is just sitting over here underneath this power pole. But I'm pretty sure it was the same sculptor, same artist that did it. This one's not a robot yet. Maybe it will morph into a robot over time. A sweet ponytail though, or his hair pulled back. And a soccer ball. Went over here to, oh, someone's honking. Went over here to what used to be the Artagon Mall, now it's Desertland, walking over to the Bass Pro Shops. It's been a while since I've been in the Bass Pro Shops. One thing I'm really not into, I'm not, you know, I don't hunt, I don't fish, I don't do a lot of outdoorsy camping type stuff. When I'm in this place, I feel like I want to. It's displayed so well that I feel like I feel like I need to buy something. I'm gonna curb that desire and not buy anything, but yeah, I kind of feel like that when I come in here. I mean, even it's Bass Pro Shop. Well, maybe it's not called Bass Pro anymore. Gosh, maybe it's just called Outdoor World. All right, it's no longer Bass Pro. I stand corrected. It is now, oh no, it's Bass Pro Shops Outdoor World, Florida's great American outdoor store. Okay, maybe it used to be Bass Pro, and now it is Outdoor World. Johnny Morris Outdoor World. Okay, I stand corrected. I thought it was a Bass Pro Shop. I may have been wrong all these years, but it's adjacent down there to where the car museum was down there. Is there any koi in here? No. Gosh, this is not called Bass Pro anymore. There is a bass boat out front. Johnny Morris Outdoor World. Very interesting. With a wooden pelican here carved out. Yeah, Florida's great American outdoor store. Oh, there's an alligator. There's an alligator right there. It's not a real alligator, but there's like a metal alligator, metal or concrete alligator prop in the water. And whenever I walk in here, I just want to quote Ace Ventura 2 when Jim Carrey walks into the one. Look at this. It's like Gaston would be proud of this antler thing too. With a full-size grizzly bear right here and a fish bigger than almost the grizzly bear is. That is definitely, wow, that is huge. Here's a map of Florida. I was just in the Keys recently. In fact, I was right down here in the Keys. Look at the size of that fish. That thing is bigger than the bear. Got a deer over there. Got a big horned ram, which reminds me of Big Thunder Mountain. Got this, which kind of, everything kind of reminds me of Disney. This kind of Country Bear Jamboree. And then of course the moose over here. I equate everything to a Disney park. And with a lot of these establishments, there is a huge aquarium down here at the very end. Check out the fish. There's even a couple right over here. You take a look at these fish. There's a big fish right there, kind of hanging out in the corner. And a whole group of fish, a whole school of fish, if you will, right over up top there. And then up here we got the deer. And then there's like a panther up there, like a cougar, another deer kind of looking down at the fish as well, and a water tower. Yeah, there's just all kind of fish in here. These aren't too big though. I've seen other places that have a lot bigger fish than these. And I will not be jumping in here. That is definitely frowned upon. Do not jump in the Bass Pro Shops Outdoor World tanks. Don't do it. These fish do not need any company in their tank with them. They do not need humans swimming around. They want to be left alone, these fish. This one especially. This one right here is giving me the little mean mugging me from the side here, giving me the eyeball treatment. Or it's looking forward and not even noticing me. That's probably the latter. Okay, this is something I could purchase here though, is a moon pie. I do love moon pies. I did not realize they had moon pies at Bass Pro Shop Outdoor World. If any place is gonna have them, it would be this place. I've been to the moon pie general store in Pigeon Forge. I didn't realize they had moon pies here. They even sell the big boxes of them around as well for $7.99 per case. Oh man, I love moon pies. I like all the flavors, but kind of partial to vanilla. If you're in the mood for some hot sauce with unique names, we're talking serious bone-sucking sauce right there. Or how about some pig's ass rub? Boot and booty, and then down here, you could rub some butt, slap some on. Professor Payne butt pucker hot sauce. I don't know if I want to try that one. I don't need that to happen. Now, years ago, this used to dump out directly into the Argonne Mall, but years ago they sealed it off with this little kind of little tarp over here. Oh, way up there is a possum kind of dangling from these sticks as well. Oh, and there's like a raccoon over there and this big mouth bass. But I'm really kind of drawn into this possum right up there. Hello, possum. I was saying I probably would never really buy anything in here because I don't really hunt or fish or anything like that. But I could probably do some camping, like real camping with a tent. I could purchase a tent like this and go out and do some camping out and about. I could see myself doing that at some point. That'd be kind of fun. I love that mural down there of these guys whitewater rafting in a canoe down at the end. Kind of reminds me of that movie with Kevin Bacon. I think it was called like Whitewater Summer or something like that. John Lithgow was in? No, John Lithgow was in gosh, the one with Sylvester Stallone, where he was up on the side of the mountain. I can't remember who the villain in the Kevin Bacon whitewater rafting was, but it just kind of like went off on a tangent there. And then up here is like a woolly goat. It's a mountain goat. I can see the little sign on there. A mountain goat there. There's just, some of these should be animatronics. There should be some animatronics in here that kind of like sing and dance and stuff, but they're not. Take a look at this boar right here. Now, even though I wouldn't use this decoy turkey, because I'm not a hunter or anything like that, it'd be kind of fun to own a decoy turkey. Just like have them around, riding around in my car. I could like, you know, have the decoy turkey, like wave at people. Does it have hands? It doesn't have any arms. Never mind, there's no arms on it. And walking outside, I always like to exit out this way and just kind of peruse and see what they've done to the former Vans skate park entrance. It used to be the Festival of A Mall, then became Argonne, and now Desertland. There used to be an entrance over here, and with progress, started building apartments and whatnot over here. But here's the old outdoor section of the Vans skate park. Last time I was here, someone that worked here let me in here. I was here with World of Micah, and we got to walk back into the skate park itself, but I'm kind of looking at it from this angle here. Here's the old, this is all part of the Van skate park, former Van skate park. Memories from, I guess, probably the late 90s, early 2000s, entering through this section of the park, parking way over here. I think there was a sign here as well. New apartments over there that are being built. Still a pretty good skate park, still just sitting here empty, not even being used. Obviously all locked up. And there's the apartments over there that are being built, and what was the parking lot around this side. The sun's about to set. How very ironic. No skateboarding, rollerblading, or bicycle riding. This probably was here from back when Vans was here. Or maybe they just don't want people jumping the fence and doing that over there. Very interesting sign though. Now back over in Celebration, they are officially finally removing all the Christmas decor, the garland, all that. The streets over here are not blocked off through this section anymore, and I believe they took the Christmas tree down as well. So on Monday, January 9th, as a recording of this, Christmas is officially finally over here in Celebration. It took them a while to pull the tree down, and the sun is starting to set. It's kind of magic hour out here as well. I know a lot of places pull the trees down on like the 6th and the 7th. Celebration waited till the 9th. Look at the sun setting behind me, glistening here across Lake Reinhardt. Very, very beautiful. In a way, it's like, I mean, I'm kind of glad the holidays are over, because I start the holidays early September, or even earlier than that with Halloween, with the Halloween stuff, and then into all the Christmas decor into November, and then in December, and then New Year's hits, and not seeing all the snow and stuff on Market Street. And the tree is officially gone as of right now. Earlier they were pulling it down. They have all the moving trucks out, and the tree is officially gone. By tomorrow morning, you'll be able to drive, just like regular time during the year, down Market Street here. The sound of Christmas tunes and families enjoying these Snope festivities. We'll have to wait till next year. This is like very beautiful with the cloud formation like that. And the sunset. The fountain is back on over here. Yeah, this is beautiful at this hour. I got back just in time to see the sun kind of glistening over there on the horizon. That stork just went by. That bird just went by. Is there any gators in here? I don't see. Cool or the gang. Because Cool is one of the gators that's in here. and then the rest of his crew. Oh, there was a squirrel walking over there. Now Howard the Duck's out here. I call him Howard because, you know, after the movie, Howard the Duck, decoy duck, the fountain's on over there. It was a good day, a random day. I had no real game plan. I just wanted to go see if the wheel was open. There goes another bird going by. The wheel is not open, and I'm curious to see. There's another bird going by. Look at that. All those birds are going by to see if Howard the decoy duck is real. Spoiler alert, it's not real. Ending in celebration, but starting off at Icon Orlando. Update. And I saw that robot. There was a robot. I think a little feather just went by. I probably didn't show up on camera. But I saw the robot at the place over by the alien and the UFO gift shop. And once the Icon Orlando, once the Orlando Eye reopens, if it ever does, if I'm in town, I might be traveling. But if I'm here, I'm gonna go back on it. But that's gonna do it for today. A very beautiful sunset. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. The vlog is over. Oh, hello, squirrel. Yeah, I know I already ended the video, but bonus footage. Squirrel. Chewing on that acorn, squirrel. Got a little late evening snackage. Getting a little snackage, squirrel. I see you there snacking on that. I think it might be an acorn, or maybe it's a... I'm not sure exactly what that is, but this squirrel. I've gotten... Oh, you looking at me, squirrel? Oh, you threw it down. You didn't like it. You're finished with the squirrel. You're done, squirrel. Oh, you got a squirrel, another squirrel coming in here to get your... Whoop, don't fight, squirrel. Plenty for everyone. Plenty for everyone. Oh, looking at me, squirrel? There's no... Which... Okay, they're friends. Chip and Dale. They're Chippendale chipmunks, not squirrels, but I must call you Chippendale. Yeah, there's a turtle underneath the gator here. Look at this. They're like friends. Oh, something just splashed up.
And the turtle feels it.
The turtle is underneath. Cool here.
Definitely when it's mating season, you don't want to be close to them.
Oh. Just learned something.
It's just,
Oh, there's a turtle right there.
It's just not.
Is the turtle going to mate with the? This can be a weird species in here.